Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on the island of Fawnhollow today. Now, I suppose I'll note right now is that I've time travelled a little bit into the future, because it's not actually 9 PM when I'm recording this, it's actually 5:05 PM. Oh, sorry, it's not actually 10 PM when I'm recording this, it's 5:05 PM, but still. I've done a little bit of time hopping because the only thing we really have to do is catch the last deep sea creature, which is a firefly squid, but seeing as that can only be caught at 9 PM, unlike the previous times where I normally catch them off camera and then I'll donate them the next day. I thought, why not catch them on camera? So, good evening everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's actually 5:06 PM on Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021. No new speaker today. I wasn't originally going to do it because I was like, what if the NPCs like go away by the time if we go to late into the evening? But I checked, and I'm pretty sure that none of the NPCs leave at 10 PM. If they do, the only ones which do are Leif and Label, sorry, which is not really that big a deal to be honest. So the only important one I need to stay is Red, Flick and CJ, so, and they stay until 5 AM from what I can tell. So anyway, to Stone Abs Rambler, sometimes writing letters is nice because you can write things that you might not say out loud in person. Then again, I say almost everything out loud. Oh, yours in soreness, Rowan. So we've got the next set of Mario items and the Mario update, which again we're buying just for collection purposes and never going to use. Kind of a giving us something, I don't know, who cares. Sorry, kind of a but I was also thinking, I was like, maybe it makes sense to start time traveling into the future to record these things, because we don't need things to be like the store stuff to be open or anything, but if we do it at night time we can start showing Wisp and Celeste on camera, which we haven't really had the opportunity to do a lot of the time because I don't record at 9 PM because that's a bit late. But anyway, small mushroom platform. Doesn't really do anything. I guess it's just a table. A shell. Maybe it'll make a noise. It does. They put a lot of effort into these Mario items, I'm not gonna lie. Here's a pipe. Okay, I was gonna say, yes, you can, if you didn't know, you can hop into them and teleport out to another pipe if you've got two of them, which we don't do. We don't currently, but I'll buy another one. These mushroom things could actually be interesting to put in the autumn place, but there's already mushroom furniture items which I've just missed out on, which I think are probably a better fit for the mushroom forest. But there we go. There's a flagpole. Very interesting. Very interesting. Pirate eye patch. That's just generic thing. Whose stuff is for today? Is it red? It's not red. And it's not a central visitor. I don't know where these weeds came from. But yeah, we'll of course just do our regular daily business, and then we'll go look around the island, try and see if Wisp or Celeste are here, and then we'll try and catch this firefly squid, who's actually, it seems to be a rather not that rare deep sea creature, like the crabs. So my thinking is we'll probably be able to catch it today. Of course, I might jinx it if I say that, so I suppose we'll just have to see. Hypno KK we've already got. Promotion things, what we got up to, we need to get another pipe, because the pipes only work in pairs, up to small mushroom platform. So let's get super mushroom, superstar, thwomp, which I hear actually slams down, which is a bit of a scary thought in Animal Crossing. Luigi hat, nope. Okay, so make a note to myself, up to question mark block. How many more days do we need to order things, like 4 more days or something? I can't remember if those are limited or not, but we'll keep them around as we go about our business. So yeah, just a little bit of time traveling into the future, which is actually, it used to be something I was super against in Animal Crossing before, like in Wild World. In Wild World, I think I never time traveled. Same with Let's Go to the City, because I remember on that Animal Crossing forum, I used to be a part of the poetry. If you didn't know, there was a thread I saw of someone being like, the gentleman's agreement, where you basically agree never to time travel. Sahara, hello. And I signed it, and I was like, right, I'm going to play the game as intended and not time travel. Nowadays, obviously, my perspective on that has changed. I'm still not going to time travel like large days or weeks or whatever. I'm completely fine with time traveling to a later time because, like, I don't want to record videos at 9 PM. That's normally when I'm like, I don't know, doing other stuff. I'm like, brain switched off, not in conversation mode. So that's why. So I don't mind travelling a few hours into the future of that sort of thing. or past, like we did for the New Year's thing, or I don't know, we did it for the summer festival, I think, in Animal Crossing. It's just convenient, and especially, you know, since I'm not a kid or teen anymore who has all the time in the world, it's a lot easier to get this stuff done according to my schedule rather than necessarily whatever free schedule I had before. But amusingly enough, even when I was a kid, you know, technically I couldn't play Animal Crossing during any time in the school time, but still didn't time travel because I guess it didn't really matter. Because there's not that many time sensitive things in Animal Crossing anymore, to be honest. It's basically the shops and some NPCs. That's about it. It's like not really all that big a deal. Mysterious wallpaper, mysterious annoying. So really, time travel at your leisure, at your content, whatever's most easiest for you. Fit your own schedule, that sort of thing. So maybe there'll be a bit more time hopping in the future, although it's just a bit more like hassle to oh, I didn't mean to do that. A bit of hassle for the admin work because I mean, it's just before every episode I decide, oh, do I need to time travel? Do I need to fix a clock today? That sort of thing. I need to make sure I don't time travel backwards at any point. Not that there was any in the previous versions. There was actually, like, I think big deficits with time traveling backwards. Things like, I can't remember. Actually, maybe it weren't. Maybe it was just for turnips, the white turnips spoiling. But oh no, the red turnips as well also spoiled and things like that. Which is obviously not good because that's like the only way you can one of the best ways of making money in the previous games until you get the new leaf towards Mount Island. But yeah, oh, and plus we get to find out things like this, like that balloon actually glows in the dark. How lovely is that? Alright. So we know Sahara's office, so we're gonna have a quick look around for the recipe in a bottle. I'll have a run around the island, see if we can find Wisp or Celeste. Because I don't think I ever shown them on camera. I think I might have once, like, really early on, really early on. Because in one of my much earlier episodes, I definitely I was catching like a fish that appears at 9 PM or whatever. So it was like a 2-part back when I did multiple Animal Crossing episodes each day. That's crazy to think about. That was enough stuff to do every single day. But now, you know, that's probably good because now I'm freed up for the rest of my real life time. Oh, I forgot we need to sort out our flowers and stuff like that. We should also chat with our villagers because they kind of tell you if Celeste or Wisp are around. But yeah, I don't know, time travelling. I mean, time travelling is a pretty crazy thing to begin with if you want to come at it from like an in-universe sort of sense. Probably don't want to mess with our little Animal Crossing villagers' minds too much by Oh, do we need to customise the shovel? We might need to customise the shovel. I think we'll go do that quickly just in case. Because obviously now the shops are closed. Because it's 10 PM in-game. If a shovel breaks, that's going to be a real nuisance. We should really put some bridges down somewhere. Oh, wasn't that I say I was going to do that after we sorted out all the furnituring items and that sort of business? All those decorations. So I can figure out where things go. So much about her. Embroidered tank, what's this? Ah, it's this one. I think we gave one of these to Audie? Can't really remember. We've got a note mail mission. Done and dusted. We can do this other stuff. Can't really be bothered. Oh, we can chop down a tree, to be fair. Because this tree, I've been meaning to cut it down for ages, but it's still here because I've been too lazy to. So, bye-bye tree. Hopefully it's not got a wasp's nest in it, which it doesn't, fortunately for us. I will say our inventory's getting a little bit full. And cluttered. But yeah, in the universe, I mean, time traveling is just a weird thing to think about to begin with, obviously, because, you know, with our current knowledge, it's currently impossible, and probably is just full stop impossible. Just one of those, like, universal things which are just banned by the rules of the universe, like, can't go faster than the speed of light. Although, you know, saying that, maybe there is a way. I'm not knowledgeable enough in this subject to really even pose a theory of how that would even be possible. But maybe there is some strange way where we can break rules of the universe just like that. We do need to customize this, I'm pretty sure. Because, I mean... Oh, sorry, I just wanted to see what... Oh, we can customize these things. Oh, that makes sense. Yellow, pink, green. Shall I guess green or red? Makes sense. What about this one? Same colours? Red, blue, green. Okay, that makes sense. We're not going to, but makes sense. But it's like universal constants and that sort of thing, right? Like you can't go below 0 Kelvin. You can't go faster than the speed of light. But just for some unfathomable reason, I don't know. That's not really my territory. That's more the physicists, I guess, territory. Is that what physicists? Well, not what a physicist does, but what no, that is what I meant. What potentially some physicists do. I don't really know, to be honest. These are just vague memories I have of that something. But anyway, time travel being all that impossible nonsense. It's still fun to think about what would it be like if it was actually possible. Like what sort of time travel we got, you know? Because you got like a few different interpretations of it. You got like the Back to the Future interpretation, where you going back in time causes another splinter of a timeline offwards, so you basically split the timeline and change its trajectory into a different, not time period, but future, I guess. Days of Future, X-Men Past, that sort of thing. Actually, did X-Men have that sort of time travel? I can't remember. I think X-Men was the timeline one, right? Sort of. Yeah, it splintered off into a different timeline. Kind of. It's a bit weird. And anyway, you got anything to say? I'm trying to remember, because it was Days of Future Past where they had time travel. They had like Kitty Pryde. They sent that other guy's consciousness back in time to warn them of a premeditated attack, which made them be able to, which basically faded them from that existence, from that timeline into a timeline where they lived, kind of. I don't know, does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, because that seems like a weird one. Because the fact that they faded from that timeline, but it's not the whole timeline fading from existence, it's just them fading from that timeline, but the enemies are still there. But I think that was probably just for a cinematic choice that they did that for. So probably shouldn't read into it all that much. Anyway, you got that interpretation of time travel. I mean, you got the Harry Potter interpretation of time travel, which is you jump backwards into the same timeline, but you're just like another copy in it, and it's very important that you never run into yourself again or try and change the effects of the future or whatnot. Otherwise, you end up ruining everything for everyone or something. Despite the fact that it happens anyway. Wait, do we want a higher simper? No, we don't. Despite the fact it happens anyway. Spoilers, because was it? I can't remember. Oh, this red windflower shouldn't be here. It's like Hermione. I'm trying to remember. They have the time turners. Like, for one, Hermione gets it because she needs to take extra lessons or something in school, which seems like a very strange reason to give out such a powerful artifact. But you know, I guess the Ministry of Magic is sort of just like, haha, whatever. This will give good grades or whatever to Hogwarts. Sorry, let's just check all the others. So, completely glossing over the fact that they're just giving an extraordinarily powerful artifact to some... I don't even remember how old she was. Like 16-year-old when she had to take extra lessons. Or not had to, but could take extra lessons. Using the time turner, that sort of thing. Which, by the way, I mean, if that was an option and I went to Hogwarts, I would absolutely do that. But still... You can tell I'm probably most like Hermione out of the main three, but still. What do you think about Amelia? Mini cactus set. Yeah, so ignoring that fact, and then being like, oh, you had to use this really carefully, because if you don't, you'll find out that you'll, I don't know, wreck space-time continuum or something, if you run into your past self or influence past actions. But then they do it anyway. Spoilers for, I don't remember what book this is. Prisoner of Azkaban? Or maybe it's not that book, I can't remember. They do it anyway, because like, I remember like the gang or whatever's about to be attacked by, I can't remember, a werewolf or something. And then, it's just occurs to me how fuzzy these memories are in my mind. And Harry and Hermione, for some reason, these time travel backwards, using the time turners to do something. And then Hermione leads the way of the way by doing a wolf call, which happened in the past. in the first iterations timeline, which saved them, but would they have even been able to have done that if she didn't do that in the first place? You know, it's just the bootstrap paradox, I suppose, or the grandpa paradox, depending on how you might call it. Oh my god, so many flowers. We should probably, one, sell these flowers, and two, we should probably put down an invisible path down to prevent these from spawning. To be fair, we're gonna make a path around here, leading up to Lily's house, but I just haven't decided what yet. What the path's meant to look like. If anything, I guess there shouldn't be a path, but we kind of need a path, otherwise it's going to be overgrown with flowers all too quickly. Far more than we can handle. In fact, it's already kind of been happening, hasn't it? Now look at it. So we just got to make sure we get rid of these in timely matter. We'll just sell these ones off, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So we don't need all that many. Too many green mums, surprisingly. What pink flower can go here? Windflower? Windflower. What can go here? Tulips. Only a tulip, okay. What the heck was that? I have no idea. I think that was in real life for me. No, I put down. Did the wrong thing. What can go in the middle here? Nothing, I think. Oh, I guess a pink mum can. If we're allowing duplicates of mums and things like that. Okay, put a rose here. We have too many pink hyacinths, to be honest. Yep, like way too many. Like, not putting pink mums and green mums together will just make this far too difficult, I think so. But they just get a pass. Oh, you know, I thought we'd be spending a lot of time trying to get a firefly squid, but we haven't even finished the flowers. Okay, so let's go. Okay, put down the flowers we need to do for now, and then we'll go try and catch a firefly squid. And I'll water the flowers off camera, or if I don't, I'll just forget. So who cares? There's a long and short of that. We'll go here. Nothing that we've got. Okay, put some red and purple flowers down. Then we'll just sell these to the Nooks thing. But yeah, and then it happened again anyway in the Harry Potter books. Like, I don't know why I'm complaining about Harry Potter books so much, but I'm not even like a massive fan of them or anything. What flower can even go here? Can't be windflower, can't be... Oh, tulips can. Okay, I see. What can go here? Rose? We don't have purple rose. What about over here? Purple pansy? We don't have a lot of options for where we can plant things, huh? I've made it a bit inconvenient for myself. Plant this here. Where can a purple windflower go? Here, why not? I don't think we need actually any more red flowers. It seems like we've reached our limit. Almost. Of red flowers we need to plant. Because this is probably the final one we need to put down. What are we going to make it? A mum? Yeah, let's make it a red mum. And there we go. Oh no, we need to put some over here, don't we? Not quite finished. Almost, eh? What can go here? Rose? Rose can go here. Excuse me, my throat's a bit froggy at the moment. There's a frog in my throat. Like a snake in my boot. Yeah, but anyway, it happens again, sorry spoilers. Now think about it, I think it was Prisoner of Azkaban this happens in, but I'm not certain. It happens again. Like, later on, like, they're being attacked by... What are they called? Dementors or something? And then suddenly, Harry thinks he sees his dad, his deceased father, mind you, appear and uses Patronus to, scare away the Dementors. Or whatever, and it just turns out it's Harry in the second iteration in the future, using his dear Patronus. Scare away the Dementors or whatever. And I remember them talking about it, and Hermione was like, you can't do that. That's against the rules of time travel or whatever sort of things. Who knows what consequences that will have. But then, for one, Hermione did it earlier. Although, I can't remember if Hermione actually did it in the books or not, but she definitely did it in the movie. No, it can't be a Prisoner of Azkaban, but surely not. They looked far older. But anyway, sure, here you go. What was I saying? I don't know. Do lost socks end up in a sock dimension? Maybe that's where they meet their perfect match, man. No, yeah, but then I remember Harry was like, oh, it's fine, doesn't matter, it's not, past me didn't think it was future me, past me thought it was my dad or something saving us, so it's all fine, right? I was like, I mean, maybe? Is that how it works? Is it only based off what your past interpretation was of it, rather than the current situation? I mean, it just raises more questions, because, you know, if you don't know what the grandpa paradox is, it's like, what would happen if you travel back in time and murdered your grandfather? Because that would mean that, of course, your parents were never born, and thus you were never born, thus never being able to travel back in time to murder your grandfather, and hence the paradox in itself. I don't know if there are any solutions, but mainly because, you know, time travel's not a thing, so, well, it's not necessarily the way you think it is. But, I'm not sure if there are any solutions. I think it just keeps going on forever, if anything, or it spins off into a different timeline. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I feel like the timeline one makes more sense rather than the Harry Potter style of you time travel back into the actual timeline, and what has happened was caused by your future actions or something in the first place. Because I'm trying to think about it. If it was a Harry Potter one, if you time travelled back and you killed your grandfather, it would turn out that your grandfather, who you thought was your grandfather, was not actually your grandfather or something. And it was someone else who actually gave birth to you or something like that. Thus, there not being a paradox in the first place, and then you find out whether that person actually died or something. I don't know. So, oh, that's why my grandfather passed away when he was younger. I don't know. It's sort of like, not to go too existential here, but everything's sort of like predetermined or whatever already. But then I suppose that raises a question of what happens if you travel back in time again and then murder who you now actually know is your grandfather, that sort of thing. It's like, I don't know. I guess it would sort itself out again, and it turns out you're wrong again or something. But maybe you'll never realise it that time. I don't know. I just guess it keeps going until everyone's dead or something else, which is a horrifying thought. Now I think about it, but still. But no, I think the multiple timeline thing makes more sense, right? If you travel back in time and you murder your grandfather, that's a thing which didn't happen in your timeline, so you splinter that timeline off, so you're now in the timeline where you never existed. But you're from a different timeline, or something like that, you know? I mean, you go all into the Spider-Verse with it, and you're like, oh no, I'm not in my actual timeline, so I'm slowly getting, like, under the effects of not being in the correct timeline, which I can't remember. They start, like, glitching out or something. Oh, this could be it. I believe it's a tiny size. So is this it? No, those are some barnacles. A five-eyed squid is tiny in size, appears 9 PM to 4 AM, and is slow, apparently. Is this one slow? Oh, it's moving. Surprisingly quick for a tiny thing. Oh, there we go. Yes, I've got a firefly squid. More like a glow swim squid. Wait, this means... Woohoo! I've completed my diving collection. That's deep. Real deep. And there we go. The final living creature to add to our museum, which I can now cross off the list. So the only thing left on this list now is literally the KK Slider songs. 5 of them left: KK Jazz, Safari, Samba, Tango, and My Place. And that list will be significantly shorter if I actually remembered to do the KK Slider concert every single Saturday, which I don't. Let's shoot this down. I don't think this can even be a recipe. I don't even know if there are any recipes for springtime that we haven't got until we get to the thingamajig. You know what I'm going to say, the Sakura season. Spring blossom season. But yeah. Oh, Grandpa. Yeah, I don't know. I sort of just suppose I'm arbitrarily deciding for myself that, Seaside Darling Honey. Ah. Wait. How close can we get to Dear Darling? As our... No, not comment. No, wait, cancel. Cancel. Edit. Title. Is deer an option? No, it's not. I guess we can change it to Animal Darling where it makes a bit more sense. That's the closest we're going to get until we get a deer. Did I say imp girl? What? Oh, it girl. I didn't know darling was an option. Confirm, Animal Darling. It makes a bit more sense. We still need to change our picture though, but I suppose that will be something we do later. And we can actually have a tour of our aquarium now, with all the deep sea creatures now, as well as the fish. Isn't that exciting? Me think so. But yeah, I don't know. Multiple timelines is hard to think about. Parallel dimensions and all that sort of thing. I don't know what is conventionally the agreed upon, not agreed upon, but the most popular, I suppose, theory for reality and that sort of thing. But I suppose I kind of subscribe to the multiverse theory. Multiple dimensions, all with different little things changed. Infinite amount that we'll never see. Anyway, hold on. The firefly squid is a wee migratory squid that barely reaches 3 inches in length, and though they usually live in deep water, they do venture to the coast to spawn. Like their firefly namesakes, these sparkling squid emit a blue bioluminescent glow. This glow may be used to threaten enemies, communicate with friends, or perhaps to lure food in. Truth be told, we do not know for sure why the firefly squid glows. We remain in the dark, as they say. And there you have it. Are you going to say something about finished collection? What? Is it truly true? With this donation, our sea creature collection is now complete. Hoot, huzzah, I say, hooray! And most importantly, thank you. What a win it is to have the ocean's many splendid wonders here for all to gaze upon. I say your hard work is well and truly appreciated, and we are forever in your debt. Yay, we did it. Now the only collection we have left to do is the painting collection, which if you haven't heard the calculations from before, is on average like 2.5 years or something, or 1.5 years. I can't remember. Anyway, it's a really long time, but I think we actually saw this before, so I'm not going to talk through all the fish that we see here like I did last time. We went through the aquarium. We're just going to have a nice walk around. I suppose looking at everything while I talk about multiverse theory, I suppose. Anyway, but like, I kind of subscribe to the idea that there's infinite amount of different timelines out there, basically, each with little things different, which make them each one distinct and unique, I suppose, in their own way. As in, like, there's no copies of timelines. So I don't know. There's lots of different timelines out there, each where I'm doing something different. Like maybe one of them I hate Animal Crossing in. Can you imagine that? Yeah, that's a huge ocean sunfish. I mean, I guess they're all huge. So maybe it's actually a small one. Oh yeah, this was one of your donations, wasn't it? Good on you, hashtag. I think these are all my donations. This is still my favourite tank. Yeah, I wonder if... I mean, obviously, I don't think we're ever going to be able to interact with any other... Okay, this tank is filled with spider crabs. It's just huge. I don't think we're ever going to be able to interact with other dimensions or timelines or that sort of thing. But it's interesting to think about. We should probably also not be wearing a wetsuit in here. Just ruining the exhibits by dripping water everywhere. Spider crabs look pretty at home there. It's interesting to think what would happen if we could ever interact with other dimensions. And it'd be even more interesting to find out there's not infinite dimensions, but finite. Like timelines and dimensions. Not like spatial dimensions, I mean like reality dimensions. Because then it's sort of like, oh, why are these the ones which are chosen? Maybe it's like there's some arbitrary thing out there prematurely ending all the other different timelines. But for some reason ours has survived. Which I suppose, by nature of us existing, that's a reason in itself. We just got lucky, isn't it? Which is, I know, I suppose in one way, if you think about it, it's a bit of a harrowing thought, but if you think about it in a different way, it's sort of just like that's just how it is, isn't it? We don't know any better, because we don't know anything else. So really, there's not really much to worry about. That's my view. And there's our firefly squid, I think. Nope, that's a normal squid. I don't know what the firefly squid is. I suppose we should try and actually look for it, seeing as that's, like... That plus the spider crabs are, like, really different, but I don't know where they are. where it is. I guess it'd be in here, but I didn't see it. Oh, no, that's not it. I just noticed these little pictures in front of it actually have the pictures of all the exhibit things. So we can just look on here to see. That's an amazing attention to detail. Let's see if we can see it in this exhibit. I don't see it on the... I'm talking about these like little descriptions in the front. Is that it? That's not it, that's the manta ray. Huh, I don't know where it is. Maybe it was in the deep sea section. I feel like I've got to look at it real quick. It seems like it'd be too small to fit in here. I mean, I guess the anchovies are in here, but the anchovies are sort of like one collective mass, aren't they? Also, Raymond is not here anymore. I guess he's moved on. I don't see... Oh, he's moved on over here. That's actually pretty cool, but he doesn't move on too far. Can you imagine trying to paddle a boat with this oarfish? You may not get far, but you'd have the most stylish oars around. Good on you, hashtag thank you. I don't see the firefly squid on the pictures there. Maybe it was in the beginning. That doesn't make sense. The beginning part was only riverfish. It must have been in that main tank or something and I just missed it. Probably. There's no way the firefly squid would be over here. It makes more sense for it to be in the deep sea area, right? Because it's dark or whatever. So I know, there's been a weird episode about existentialism, I suppose, and timelines and that sort of thing. What does it all mean in the end? I don't know. Does it mean anything? I don't think necessarily it has any meaning, it just sort of is. But anyway, I suppose we'll round off this episode here as we head back. When I water my... Oh, no, I can't bother to water my flowers, really. I've got stuff to do. Maybe it'll just be another day where we don't water them, and then I know what we'll do tomorrow. That's future me's problem. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, all greatly appreciated. Join Discord, follow the Twitter down below. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, time travel? I don't know. Bye-bye for now.